Good morning, Rebecca Vigas, the writer whisperer here from a gloomy 54-degree South Central Kentucky. Yeah, not a real pleasant day out today, guys. One of the things I want you to think about with your writing, because it's important, is giving back. Someday, when you are rich and famous, you will need to give back. How are you going to do this? I have a list of charities that I donate to. $1 from each book. Okay. The first one I gave back to was Tanner's Totes. And it was a $15 book, and I gave them 10%, which is $1.50. I continue to give Tanner's Totes $1.50. I give to Kentucky Victims of Violent Crimes. I give to Holt Mason Dansville Gymnastics. I give to L's Place, which is in Michigan, and it helps grieving children. I give to God's Food Pantry. I give to Bethany House, which is a shelter for battered women. I give to the local fire department right down the street from me. I am working on setting up scholarship for those who want to go into writing. It will be available when I have enough in there. Right now, we're just building it. When I have enough in there, it will be available to Somerset High School, Pulaski County High School, Southwestern High School. There is a Christian school, high school that will get it, and the local community college. So it has to go 5 ways, and right now there's not enough in it to make it worthwhile in the account. So we're working on that. I continue to give back. I do these YouTubes every day so that you guys don't have to go through all the struggle I did. That's my way of giving back to the writing community. I also have to earn a living. I've not sold 1,000,000 books yet. Yes, I am an award-winning author. Yes, I am an international author. But I've not sold 1,000,000 books yet. I have 13 books in print. That's kind of amazing for somebody who's not sold a lot. But I'm working on it. I told you yesterday I've got 5 books in the works. And if something else pops up, oh, well, it's going to have to go to 2023. I did a 5-year writing plan. I did it in 2018. I redid it in 2019. I adjusted it again in 2020. I have adjusted it for 2021. Will it get adjusted next year? It might. You never know. It usually gets adjusted for, like, I will adjust for 2023 and beyond. It depends on how much life gets in the way or how much I let life get in the way. I spent most of the fall of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 deeply depressed. I didn't want to do anything. I've come out of that depression. I know what caused it. I know how to work on coming out of depression should I get depressed again. I don't anticipate that. That doesn't mean it won't happen. We are all human. We all have our flaws. We all have our guilty pleasures. So I don't know how your day is going to turn out, but mine's going to be very busy. I leave shortly after this class, this YouTube video, and I'm headed for the eye doctor, and I will probably get new glasses for the first time in 2 years. Hopefully, my eye has healed enough that we can do that, and that excites me. Um, will you see my glasses on me? Most likely not. You're considered close work, and I can see just fine to do close work. What I can't see to do is drive. Distances tend to throw me for a loop. I cannot sit here and watch my television without it being blurry. It's a 52-inch screen, guys. I should be able to see it, but it doesn't work. So, how are you going to give back? Have you thought about it? Oh, Lord, it's too early for this. Okay, now I gotta get 80 million messages. I have a nephew in the hospital. He had surgery yesterday. They think he's coming home today. That noise would have been my brother asking how he was doing. You know, maybe I should put my phone not to ring until 10:30. That might be a thought. I try not to do phone interruptions or things like that. Today's writing prompt is called Famous Firsts. And you're going to finish the story that starts with, we had spent the afternoon at a cafe on the Rue St. Jacques, a spring afternoon just like any other. This is the first line from the book, A Certain Smile by Francoise Sagan. Oh, wait, this is a Bonnie Neubauer prompt. You got something else to do. Take the next step on this prompt. And when you become rich and famous, what is the first charity you'll make a donation to? Think about that one. What charity are you going to give to when you make the bestseller list and sell your first million books or your first 500,000 books? Who's going to benefit? I decided to disperse my charities. I also give to the Alzheimer's Association and Disabled American Veterans. Those are my choices. My books are not tied to those. I do give to someplace on bullying. I can't remember the name of it. But I have it on a list. And I do give to organizations that support people with PTSD, not just veterans, because there are others who suffer from PTSD. So, how are you going to give back? And there's more. When you figure out what charity you're giving to, get out a check right now, fill in the amount you plan to give, sign the check, then write void over your signature. Keep it on or near your desk as a reminder. Attach it to the corner of your computer screen where it won't be in the way. Down at the bottom, somewhere where it's not going to be in the way. To remind you of one of the ways your success will help others. Because successful people also are philanthropists. Once you have topped $50,000 a year in income from your books and courses and speaking engagements, once you're making a steady $50,000 a year, you need to start giving back. I don't make $50,000 a year, but I still give back. It is important to give back. You don't have to choose 12 or 13 charities like I do. You can pick one and just be a huge supporter. That's the way to do it. I have a comment on one of my videos that says, I have not responded. I have not seen any questions come up. And I do check the videos. So I will go back today before I leave for the eye doctors and check to see if I missed someone's comment. I'm extremely sorry if I did. It was not intentional. And I will go back and check that out. What can you do with your writing that gives back? And why is it important? What does it say about you if you're making James Patterson's income and you don't give a dime to charity? Some of these authors that are writing bestsellers on a regular basis, James Patterson is one, Tess Garrison is one. Um, Mary Higgins Clark had started. They're taking authors under their wing and saying, "Let me help you get a start. Write a book with me." And then they have a contract on how they do it and how much each of them will get paid. I took James Patterson's course, and even in the chat rooms, not everybody gave feedback. I developed friends with two other writers in the chat room. One of them is an outstanding writer. The other one, I've never read anything she's written. She just gave feedback on everyone else's. Um, and her feedback was good. It wasn't always positive, but it was said in a positive way. It was like, "Did you forget something here?" Without saying, "Did you forget something here?" That's how you meet people. I did a fictionista writer's workshop online. There were 4 of us, the moderator and 3 authors, and we were A, B, and C. And we were actually done alphabetical order, but we didn't know that. And we got feedback every single week on the 5,000 words we'd submitted. And I took that feedback to heart and I went through and made the changes. And I made them consistently all the way through. And the book is much better for having done that. And then when I got to a publisher for that book, I went back through and rechanged a bunch of things that I had changed, which in the long run made it an even better book. Join writers groups. Attend writers conferences. You don't have to attend them all. Attend the ones that are closest to you. Midwest Writers for me was a 7-hour drive. I drove down on Wednesday night. I had the all-day Thursday session with just one person. Those were great sessions, by the way. Friday, I got to pick and choose my sessions. And Saturday, I got to pick and choose even different sessions. And then I drove home on Sunday. And I was so excited and I'd write like crazy. For days and weeks and months, I'd write like crazy. The conference was in July, third weekend in July. It was reasonable, right around $250. It may have gone up, and it would be worth it at $350. Okay. They provided continental breakfast each morning. And one morning we actually had a full breakfast because we had a keynote speaker. There were fruits and things you could get throughout the day. Coffee and tea was available. You could take downtime if there was a session you really weren't interested in either of the sessions or any of the sessions. That's where Kelsey Timmerman and I worked on Facebook, WordPress, something that both of us had been in a session on, and we wanted to know more about it. So it's like, yeah, you meet people. You meet people who are writers, authors, speakers, coaches, agents, publishers. You meet people. And it's good to meet people and to hear speakers. It's good to sit in sessions with published authors who are going someplace. Iowa Summer Writing Festival is for anyone who wants to go. I took the week-long one, $560 some dollars. That didn't even count my motel I stayed in or my meals on my own. Did it matter? Not to me. I was writing. I learned to write short stories and flash fiction, something I had never dreamed of doing. How do you put a novel into 500 words or 1,000 words? Whoa. You learn to make every word count. Go to I want to say my website, but that's 22 reasons writers don't write. They are excuses for not writing, and that's all they are. You know what? Anybody who goes and signs up on my website, just your email address. We'll get the 22 reasons writers don't write, and then I will send you the words to lose because they don't add to your writing. Most of them are passive voice. You want active. So you'll get 2 free things for the price of nothing but your email address. I will not spam your email. I may tell you when I have a course coming out. I may tell you when I have a new book coming out, but that's about it. I don't send a monthly, weekly newsletter because most of those don't get read. They either go in a file or they go in the trash bin. I know that. You can opt out at any time to not get anything, but you can get those 2 items for free if you go to my website, RebeccaVigas.com. Scroll down and put your email in there and get 22 reasons writers don't write. And then I will send you the words to lose because I give them to all my writing students. Words to lose and why to lose them. Doesn't mean you will never use them in your writing. Just use them sparingly. You'll also get my pet peeves. There are 2. So for now, think about who your charity is, how much you will give them when you become rich and famous. Write out the check. Make sure you write void on your signature so that no one can cash it. This is your reminder that you have a goal. Finish the book. Get it published. Market it well. Happy writing, gang. I will see you tomorrow at 10. Be prepared.